Our first story is, am I the bad guy for not wanting to celebrate my mom on my birthday? I have 3 siblings between the ages of 10 and 18. I'm the oldest at 25. Every year, on every single one of our birthdays, we're expected to celebrate my mom as well. We've done it since we were little. It was taught to us as giving thanks for carrying and giving birth to us, which I'm all for. I'm grateful, as of course we wouldn't be here without her. The issue is, though, it becomes less of our birthday and more so an anniversary for the day our mom gave birth. Every year on our birthday, our mom gets gifts too. As we got older, we're now expected to get her monetary gifts and not cards or homemade stuff. Just recently, it was my birthday, and I was gifted some much-needed clothes and dishware for my new apartment. My dad, however, got my mom a new MacBook. My siblings all got her gifts too. My youngest brother isn't expected to give much, but my 16-year-old sister and 18-year-old brother work, so they're expected to give gifts too. My sister pulled me aside before my birthday and said she was sorry she couldn't get me much. She got me a sweater, and I love it, and that she wanted to get me more, but Mom was pressuring her to get a certain necklace that she wanted. Apparently, my mom had been dropping hints for a month, and my sister was worried Mom would be upset and feel underappreciated if she didn't get it. I asked how much it was, and my sister said it was $300. I honestly lost it on Mom and chewed into her later that afternoon when she opened her gifts after me. I think she's ridiculous for expecting my sister to spend so much on a gift. Mom started crying, and my dad kicked me out. My mom won't answer my calls, but my mom's sister, my aunt, called and said I was a bad guy for not respecting my mother, and that I'm a selfish, narcissist child for being jealous of the gifts Mom got. I thought I was in the right, but now, I don't know. It's been over 2 weeks, and Mom won't answer my calls. She's been posting on Facebook inspiration quotes about letting go of the toxicity in your life, how blood doesn't equal family, and how hard it is to be a mother. Several family members, my aunt, grandma, uncle, and 2 of my cousins, are replying to the posts and are very obviously directing vague comments at me about being a horrible daughter. I don't know what to think now because of how many people are on her side. Am I the bad guy? Wow. No, not at all. You are not the bad guy here. It was her choice to carry 4 children and give birth to them. Your mother sounds self-centered and selfish. As far as toxicity in one's life and how blood doesn't equal family, I think you should apply that to your mother, not to you. The OP updated her post with this. I think it's really eye-opening, and I'm going to try to find a therapist so I can unload all this mess. Yeah, unfortunately, you will need it, girl. Let me know what you would do if you're in this situation down below in the comments and or not and why. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Am I the bad guy for not switching places with my friend and ruining her life? This happened a couple of weeks ago, but I'm still getting heat about it. A friend of mine, Daya, asked me if I wanted to come with her on some errands and see her new car. I said yes, because I had some things to get done and my car was in for service. Well, while we were out, Daya ended up hitting another car while making a left turn. We were both shaken, but mostly fine. Yet, when I started to call the police, Daya started freaking out even more. She begged me not to call the cops and to just go talk to the other driver. I didn't feel comfortable about that, so I went ahead and called the cops anyway. Then, Daya started begging me to get in the driver's seat, saying I had to get in the driver's seat, I had to claim I was the one driving. Turns out, Daya doesn't have a license. She needed and wanted a car, but didn't feel like getting her license, so her mom bought the car for her. I didn't want to lie to the police, so I continued to refuse and just got out of the car and waited for the cops to arrive. Well, Daya got arrested for driving without a license, having no insurance or registration for her car, and just told me today she's been found at fault for the accident. Now Daya, her mom, and half of our friends are saying I'm for not just switching places. She's now facing multiple fines, possible jail time, and being kicked out of our MA program because of all this. I tried to explain that I didn't feel comfortable lying to the police, but she just keeps calling me a privileged and wishing horrible things would happen to me. So, am I the bad guy for not switching places with her? We have 2 updates as well. This was much more serious than a fender bender. She took the entire front of his car off, or at least it looked like it. We were at an intersection, and she was in a left turn lane with the yellow light and didn't look before she went. The other gentleman was coming the opposite way, going straight. Both cars are totaled. The gentleman was not unconscious, as I originally thought, but he did hit his head on the steering wheel, and he had to be taken to the hospital. He did eventually get out of his car with help, and that's when I believe I should have talked to him. Daya and I were mostly all right, with just some bumps and bruises. Edit 2. Someone suggested I add this because of people saying I'm the asshole for calling the police. But where I live, you're required by law to call the police and file a report. You are not the bad guy in this story. Daya is not a friend. Her request to switch seats would have landed OP in unnecessary legal and financial trouble. Everything she did that day is contrary to what a friend is supposed to do. Did she even ask OP if she was okay after the accident? I would cut her out of my life and block anyone trying to blame you for not taking the fall. Am I the idiot for refusing to cook dinner for my stepmother and her guests after she's been refusing to let me eat the food she cooks? 16-year-old boy here. My dad married my stepmom just about a year ago. She didn't want me to live here and wants me gone. I've insisted that I should stay, as I don't want to live with my mom, because her husband is a piece of work. So we're always clashing. She announced last month that she wouldn't allow me to eat anything she cooks or cook anything that she buys, and I should arrange my own food completely separately, down to the ingredient level, including salt, because I'm not her problem to deal with. This is annoying, but anyway, I can handle it, and I didn't want to act entitled, so I started buying and cooking my own food. We've been going like this since then. Her sister had an accident a few days ago, and on the day of the accident, my stepmother texted me in the afternoon saying she's bringing the sister's children over and they'll arrive around midnight. Asked me to buy groceries and snacks and make a late-night dinner for them. I never replied to her and didn't do anything. I have to say that while for a few hours it didn't look good for her sister, she ended up having successful surgery and she'll thankfully make a full recovery. They came, she noticed there's no food, and they indeed were hungry, so she was angry with me, and I told her that it's not my problem to deal with. And she said I'm being a and I said, takes one to know one. She ended up ordering pizza. My dad told me that I was out of line, and I should have done what she wanted me to do, because it was an emergency, and I should have done a favor for her, and it would have gone a long way to improving our relationship. I told him that our relationship has always been hopeless, because she hated me for no reason, so there's nothing I can do that can make her hate me any less, and at this point, I've accepted it and don't care anymore. He said it's not true, and now I'm grounded. Am I the bad guy? No, not at all. You are not entitled. Your father is a real piece of work, too. I cannot imagine marrying someone who would treat my child so badly. I recommend you get away from all of them as soon as possible. Yes, it's what she wants, but is it really worth staying in such a nasty environment? I got revenge on my bully. In school, I was relentlessly bullied. 2 girls in particular had it in for me. I was shy, loved to read, didn't do the popular stuff, so I was the perfect victim. They'd literally torture me by holding me down in the staircase when we were alone and sticking thumbtacks into my arms, legs, and feet. When I tried to tell the teachers, they said I fell onto the thumbtacks as they were lying on the floor, or I did it to myself. It didn't help that one of the bullies was the daughter of one of the teachers at the school. Well, I finally got my revenge. I went to try out a new ice cream shop, and lo and behold, one of the girls was serving the ice cream. I have multiple allergies, including milk and gluten, of which the ice cream shop claimed to be cautious. So I ordered gluten and dairy-free ice cream and set my phone camera up to film the area where the ice cream was prepared, because I saw that the girl had recognized me and was certain she'd try something. And she did. I caught her on camera putting a spoonful of milk in the bottom of the bowl and crumbling the gluten-consisting wafers over everything, then camouflaging it with the last scoop of ice cream. She put it down in front of me and said, "I hope you enjoy it." I smiled sweetly at her and asked if she could get the owner of the shop because I wanted to thank her for being so welcoming to guests with allergies. You can guess what happened next. I showed the owner the video and told her that I'd like to press charges because in my country it is considered a criminal offense called inflicting bodily harm to serve someone an allergen when you know the person is allergic. The bully will never work anywhere where she'll come into contact with food again, and she'll have this on her criminal record for years. Wow, you owned her. They do say revenge is a dish best served cold. But in the story, revenge is like ice cream, sweet and best served cold. It's a lifelong revenge for her. Nicely done. This isn't pretty. It was doing what you needed to protect yourself. I'm sorry these girls were so awful to you, and I hope they're no longer in your life. Let me know what you would do if you're in this situation down below in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, remember to click the bell icon for notifications. To enjoy all the stories, use the playlist at the top of the description of this video. Thank you for watching,